Sign up to the SBR Network and use your free daily bet points to earn real-world prizes. Click on the page and start winning now. Our handicappers have done their due diligence on a lot of tonight's NBA matchups. So let's get right to it and find out where they believe the value lies, starting with the game between the Houston Rockets and the Orlando Magic. After last night's impressive victory over the Heat, the Rockets hope to avoid a letdown in Orlando. Odds have Houston favored by 6.5 points. Some may look at this line and say that the Rockets are the slam dunk play here. But the Magic have actually been reasonably solid at home at an even 15-15 straight up. And Jason believes that they'll rise to the occasion again. So take the Magic at plus 6.5. The other game that we have here is the Golden State Warriors against the Boston Celtics. And while the Celtics are rebuilding for the future, the Warriors still have a ton at stake. So you know they'll be fully focused for tonight's game in Boston. Golden State has a solid on the road at 19-14 record, while the Celtics have been shaky at home at 12-18. Jordan is of the opinion there's good value on Stephen Curry and the Warriors as they try to keep pace in this playoff race. So take the Warriors at minus 4.5. The other game that we're looking at here is the Memphis Grizzlies against the Brooklyn Nets. And the Nets are finally back to the 500 mark for the season, thanks to a 3-game winning streak. They're finding their groove at the right time, but how will they match up with this tough-minded Grizzlies team? Memphis just a half game back of Phoenix for the 8th seed in the Western Conference, and they've been playing well too at 7-3 straight up over their last 10. Still, Jason is thinking that Brooklyn will grab the win, so take the Nets at minus 1.5. The other game that we have here is the Dallas Mavericks against the Denver Nuggets, and apparently Brian Shaw's calling out of his team didn't do much. The Nuggets, who have now lost 6 in a row, proceeded to give up 132 points in the loss to the Timberwolves on Monday, and now face another highly efficient offensive team in the Dallas Mavericks. However, Joe believes that Denver will give the Mavericks a good fight tonight, and is therefore taking the points and backing the home dog. Take the Nuggets at plus 4.5. The other game that we have here is the Atlanta Hawks against the Portland Trail Blazers, and if you're a Hawks fan, you're probably starting to worry quite a bit. They're free falling at an alarming rate, having lost 3 straight and 9 of 10. They're only 3 games up on Detroit for the final spot in the playoff race. It seems unlikely that this will be the night that Atlanta reverses their fortunes and get back to the winning side of it. Doug foresees a relatively easy night for Portland and is backing them as sizable home favorites at minus 8. The other game that we have here is the Chicago Bulls against the Detroit Pistons, and though the Bulls were dominated by the Nets earlier this week, they've still been playing some hard-nosed ball recently. We wouldn't expect anything less from a team that was coached by Tom Thibodeau. Can they topple the disappointing Pistons in Detroit tonight? The Pistons have gone 3-7 straight up over their last 10, and Jason sees another loss getting added to this tally. So take the Bulls at minus 2.5. And finally, we have the New York Knicks against the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Timberwolves are doing everything in their power to make a run and get back into the postseason picture. They've managed to win 3 in a row and hope to make it 4 when they play host to Melo and the Knicks. New York has been awful, losing 7 in a row to drop to 21-40 on the season. Ross isn't about to side with the Knicks in their current state, so he's taking Minnesota to cover the large number at home. Take the T-Wolves at minus 9. Well, that's all for today. Make sure to check back with us on Friday for another episode of SBR Forum's NBA Odds Update, where we'll give you the insider picks from our resident handicappers. For SBR Forum, this is Dax Floyd.